Even with reprints, the cost of modern era staples is getting ridiculous again. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button and leave a comment down below when I be walking away with a booster pack as per usual. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the triple tactics talents, some of these staple cards in the modern era, and how these are starting to get a little bit out of hand right now in pricing, even though, you know, some of these have had reprints in the last year or so. And it does kind of prove that we've got a more impending group of people coming into the game, more people wanting to get staples, more of an opportunity for players to want to play this game. So starting off here, you obviously have your high end. I mean, what, like 225 for this, ultras 128 for the QCR, or for the Mavens, and of course your QCR $80, which is ridiculous. But then it gets even crazier down here because, you know, you see, what is this? $49, and then you got an $18 version down here for the old Rise Secrets. You're looking at 16s here, and you get down here, market price at 14 for a collector's rare, or for a secret rare. Okay, your platinum rare, $15. Ultras from the old 10s or 11s, you know, triple tack talents PURs, like $12. Anybody else seeing a problem here, a recurring theme? Like these are $9-10. Got 11s here. These are coming in at 9s. So all across the board here, your minimum cost talents is $9. And that's insane for a card that most decks are only choosing to play 1 to 2 of this. You don't really see 3 of talents anymore out here. So that's crazy. Now, what about Thrust? You know, Thrust has kind of been thrust into a different situation. Also, how do you have damaged copies at $43? How do 2 people have damaged copies at $43? But okay, sure. Especially when the market price is like $45. So an ulti thrust is going to thrust you on in at about $45 on up to about $48. That's not too terrible for an ulti. Your QCR, okay, so the QCR and the ultimate, pretty much the exact same price. I mean, sure. Okay, so let's get into the lower rarity stuff here. Original Secret Rares, $15. All right, $14 on Ultras from Maze. Secret Rares for Platinum coming in at 15s. Okay, 15s, oh boy. $13 Thrust, $13, $12, and it looks like you're coming in about 11 on your Secret Rares. Okay, and then it looks like about $11. So even right now, Thrust, a card that sees more play than tack talents, is a little bit more expensive, and that's actually hilarious. But this is just coming off of the most recent reprint of that. So even both of those, which are deemed, you know, the hard hitters of today's meta, is, you know, pretty crazy. Now, let's dig even further here into, you know, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. We should be having another Ash Blossom reprint, I'm pretty sure, in the Blue Eyes deck out here. So for those of you that are, like, looking at these prices, you're like, yeah, just be patient a little bit. Quarter Century Ashes, by the way, still $164. Yeah. Blue Eyes deck, by the way, for display, $93. LOL. That's insane. So Ashes, Platinum Secret Rares, $21. Oh, well, that's a different story than what I wanted to see. PCRs coming in at 16s. Ugh. Okay, Blue Eyes deck still $17. PUR Ashes coming in at what? A little bit more expensive. Ugh. $13 Ashes as well for the original prints. Those have fallen very, very hard. I'm not a huge fan of that, actually. It's a little bit ridiculous how much those have gone down. Prismatic Golds, $8. Okay. You also got $9 Secret Rares back here. And then, of course, Gold's coming in at 8. And then we got some $6 ones for feet. Okay. Gold feet are, holy crap, gold feet are $8. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to question it. If people want to spend $8 on feet, I guess that's A-okay. That's hilarious. $7. Got some ashes back here at the $5-6 range. Okay, we're hitting 4 to 5. Okay, so back up to 6s, 5s. So it looks like on the bare minimum out here, a playset of ashes is going to be About $15, yeah. In order to get Ashes, you're looking at about $5 a copy, which isn't too terrible. Actually, for a card that most people need, they've reprinted this one enough that it has started to push down on it, which is good. Now, Infinite Impermanence is kind of living in the exact same shadow out here. Also, $138 for QCRs. Ugh. You can get Altis for $115 now. That's interesting. Those have really dropped. It also looks like $17 on Platinums. On up to 18. Wow. $17 on OG Flood Secrets. $17 on PCRs. Also appears PURs coming in at 16s. Guess I can't be surprised about that. Secret Rares coming in at 11s for Rarity Collection. Wow. I'm really glad to see that these are getting reprints right now, but wow. Okay, so we got golds at 9s. That's a little bit more affordable. 9s, 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 9s. A little bit closer to 8, some $7 ones on up to 8s. Yeah. Considering the fact that $8 is going to be your minimum, I think you should be picking up those Blue Eyes decks, honestly. Because this is the case of if, these are going to get dropped into that set as a larger, more available print run. That's actually kind of nuts. Forbidden Droplets. Wow, these tank down. You can get light plays for $65, and you got a mod play here for $60. Whew, RIP. Meanwhile, your quarter century's kind of rumbling on up here. See, you got one for $37 on up to $46. Okay. $15 is going to put you at your lowest, and then on up to $9.10. $9.10 again. $9.10. $9. Wow, you're telling me that every copy of Droplets. Wow, you cannot touch a Droplet for... Are you actually kidding me? $9. You cannot touch a Droplet for underneath. This ultra rare is going to put you at $8. $8 is your lowest forbidden Droplet right now in order to have one of these. Do you know how insane that is to say that a card like Droplet, who, does fall in and out, and it's fallen out of the format right now, a cost of one of these is $9 in order to play the game. That's freaking nuts. Droll and Lockburn. Now this one, these Altis, $53 now. You got the quarter century of the original art's $27. Alt art is coming in at like $17. That's actually not terrible. And then of course your CRs, $10. And you got what, $350 on up to 4 for a platinum. Another one for 4 to 5. All right. You can get, I will say, maximum golds for dollars. Droll is in a good place. I will say that. Except for these, man. Legendary Collection Kaiba ones tanked. $2. I'm assuming that you can get Drolls for about $2 on the bare minimum. With shipping and factor and everything in. Yeah, you can get rares for 50 cents from Tama. Droll was the exception, though. Droll did get the additional print, which really, really helped slam this card's price down. Because Droll had no business being how much it was for as long as it was, and we always had problems with Droll. That's why, like, when they did the double-sided reprint of it and slammed 14 more copies into the market, they did us a huge favor out here for getting more into circulation. So yes, Droll's very, very cheap. That's good. Nibiru's, man, $58 with a market price at $62. Quarter centuries are also $62 now, so you're starting to see the Altis and those start to sync up, which is good. $9 for PCRs, $5 for Platinum, and then another $5. You're looking at like $4 for the Secret from Battles, another $4 for the Sarcophagus Tins, $4 back here for the Tin of the Pharaoh Gods. Okay, I see we're moving on along here. $4 or $5, $4. It looks like, as of filming this, you can get away with picking up a Nibiru for about $4. So it puts you to place it at about $12. That's actually not too terrible. And then, of course, Crossout Designator. This one's been very interesting to watch. $37 right now on the quarter centuries, which is pretty refreshing, actually. Those are going down. $8 on Platinums. You got the $6 PCRs, $4 on the PURs, and more $4 ones. I'm going to assume looks like $3 to $4 is probably going to be your baseline. Oh no, we can get ultra rares for 2s. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, most of your modern era staple stuff kind of floating on along here. Ghost Bells, man, $78 still for the secrets. 33s. Okay, $3. $3. Yeah, it looks like Most of the ghost bells are also going to be on the same equation out here on the pretty cheap side. Yeah, you can get the alt arts very cheap. But that should give you a little bit of an idea. But man, modern era staples are expensive. So please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.